Let knowledge flow like a river, without any hindrance. Don't make it like a stagnant pool. Welcome to the world of Excel. Hey Excel enthusiasts! I'm PS Chatterjee, and welcome back to your channel. Today's video is titled Build Your Own Simple to Dynamic Drop-Down Menu in Excel. Whether you're organizing data, creating interactive spreadsheets, or simply streamlining your workflow, drop-down menus can make your Excel sheet smarter and more efficient. Considering the visual importance of today's topic, the first part of this video will be a PowerPoint presentation. Here, I'll break down the core concepts of drop-down menus, showing how they can evolve from basic to dynamic functionality. We'll start with the simplest method, typing options directly into a drop-down list. Then, we'll explore creating menus using cell references for added flexibility. Moving forward, we'll combine cell references with Excel logic like if to enhance decision-making capabilities. Finally, I'll show you how to supercharge your drop-down menu by integrating multiple functions like if, mid, and value for dynamic results. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to build drop-down menus that aren't just functional but also dynamic and versatile, perfect for your projects, whether simple or complex. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Excel tips and tricks. Hit the notification bell so you'll never miss out on my latest videos. Have questions or suggestions for future tutorials? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear from you. Let's continue to level up your Excel skills together. Now I am entering into the next part of the video. Now, in this slide, you are viewing an Excel sheet with an important section highlighted. Let's start by focusing on the ribbon at the top. I've encircled two icons with red dots to guide you. The first icon is labeled Data. This is your starting point when creating a drop-down menu. Once you click on it, you'll find the second encircled icon, Data Validation. This is the essential tool that helps you set up, manage, and customize your drop-down menus. Additionally, you can see a dialog box overlaid on the Excel sheet. The title of this dialog box is Data Validation, and it has three primary tabs. Settings, this is the default tab where the main configurations happen. Input Message, used to display a helpful tip or guidance when someone selects the cell. Error Alert, defines how Excel responds if an invalid entry is made. Let's begin with the Settings tab. This is where we configure the type of data allowed in our drop-down menu. There are 8 options in the drop-down under Allow. Any value, no restrictions, allowing all types of input. Whole number, restricts input to integers only. Decimal, accepts numbers with decimal points. List, the most important option for creating a drop-down menu, it allows you to specify a predefined list of values. Date, restricts input to valid dates. Time, limits input to time values. Text length, controls the number of characters in the input. Custom, lets you define your own criteria using formulas. Each of these options serves a unique purpose, depending on how you want to structure and validate your data. Now, let's move on to the next slide, where we'll explore the next tab, Input Message. Now, in this slide, We are exploring the Input Message tab within the Data Validation dialog box. As you can see, this tab helps provide additional guidance to the user when they select a cell. There's a checkbox at the top labeled Show Input Message when cell is selected. When this box is checked, Excel will display a message that helps the user understand what type of data is expected in the selected cell. Below the checkbox, there are two fields. Title: this allows you to specify a short title for the message. In this example, the title is roll number. Input message: here, you can provide detailed instructions or guidance. In this example, the input message says, put roll number of a student. This feature is particularly useful for improving user interaction, especially in shared workbooks or forms where instructions need to be clear and direct. Now, let's move on to the next slide, where we'll explore the next tab, Error Alert. Now, let's dive into the Error Alert feature in Data Validation. This tool helps ensure data accuracy by preventing invalid entries. To set up an error alert, we'll go to the Data Validation settings. Under the Error Alert tab, we can customize the message that appears when someone tries to enter an invalid value. Let's set the style to stop, so the user can't proceed until they enter a correct value. We'll give it a clear title like Invalid Entry and provide a helpful error message such as please select a valid option from the drop-down menu. By implementing this error alert, we maintain data integrity and guide users towards making correct choices. Now, it's time for the hands-on practical on Excel spreadsheets. Let's put these concepts into action. Now we are on the Excel dashboard for the practical demonstration of how to create your own simple drop-down menu in Excel using the data validation option and by typing the data for the drop-down menu list manually. This simple typing method is especially applicable when the data for the drop-down list is very small. You are now looking at the cell C4, which I have formatted with a gray fill color and a double blue line border. I have decorated the cell in this manner to make it stand out from other cells. In Excel, the downward arrow for the drop-down menu is only visible when you select the cell. This sometimes creates a slight inconvenience, as it may not be immediately clear which cells contain drop-downs. To overcome this problem, I use this technique of formatting the cell to make it visually distinct. Now, I am clicking on the Data tab in the ribbon. From there, I select the Data Validation tab, and then click on the Data Validation option. In the dialog box that appears, I will choose the List option from the drop-down under Allow. Once I select the List option, a box labeled Source appears. In this box, I will type the numbers 1 to 10. The typing method is as follows: after typing each number, provide a comma before typing the next number. For example, the input will like this. Next, I will navigate to the Input Message tab. Here, I will type a short title and input message. For this demonstration, the title will be roll number and the input message will be select the roll number. Moving on to the Error Alert section, I will now define how errors are handled. Here, you can see the title box, where I will type stop. In the message box, I will type a warning message, stop. Select the roll number from the list only. This setting ensures that if someone attempts to type a roll number beyond the list, An error message will appear, instructing them to select the roll number from the list only. Under the Style section, we can see three options: Stop, Warning, and Information. For this example, I am selecting Stop. Finally, we have to click OK. Now by clicking the cell C4 we will find down head arrow, and by clicking this arrow we are watching the drop down menu list, and from this list you can select any number. Say I am selecting number 10 and you are watching number 10 in the cell C4. Now say instead of selecting number 10, I am trying to type number 0 from the keyboard and press the enter key, we will find an warning stop. Select the roll number from the list only. If you want to adjust the position of the input message or the error alert on the screen, you can do this manually. When the message pops up, click and drag the message box to your desired location on the worksheet. Excel will remember this position for future instances, ensuring the message appears exactly where you want it. The next part of this demonstration will show you how to create a drop-down menu using cell references. Stay tuned. Now I am going to demonstrate how we can create a drop-down menu with the help of cell references. In this dashboard, you can see the numbers 1 to 9 displayed in the cells from D7 to L7, and we are going to create the drop-down menu in cell C8. To begin, click on the Data tab in the ribbon, then select Data Validation from the options. A dialog box will appear. In the dialog box, choose the List option from the Allow drop-down menu. Next, in the Source field, select the range of cells from D7 to L7 by clicking and dragging with the left mouse button. As soon as you select the range, the text equals $D $7 L $7 will automatically appear in the source field. To confirm and apply the settings, click the OK button in the dialog box. Now, a drop-down menu has been created in cell C8. Let me show you how it works. I'll click on the drop-down arrow in cell C8 and select the number 1. You can see that the selected value, 1, is now visible in cell C8. This type of drop-down menu is particularly useful when your list of options is very long. It's important to note that the data in your drop-down menu can consist of either numbers or text. Now, I'm moving on to my next demonstration, creating a drop-down menu using cell references combined with the Excel logical function if. Stay tuned. Now I am going to demonstrate how we can create an interchangeable drop-down menu for multiple rows of cells by changing the reference in a cell. This is the first step toward creating a dynamic drop-down menu. Here, I will use the Excel if function. In this dashboard, you can see the numbers 1 to 9 displayed in the cells from D11 to L11, and in the cells D12 to L12, the numbers 10 to 18 are displayed. Let's assume these represent the roll numbers of students in Class 1 and Class 2, respectively. You might think that the roll numbers of each class should start from 1, but here I have intentionally assigned Class 2 roll numbers as 10 to 18 to differentiate the values in the drop-down menu. We are going to create the drop-down menu in cell C12. Additionally, you can see a small drop-down menu in cell K10, which will allow us to switch between Class 1 and Class 2. This acts as our first reference. The second reference is the range D11 to L11, and the third reference is the range D12 to L12. To begin, click on the Data tab in the ribbon and select Data Validation from the options. A dialog box will appear. In the dialog box, choose the list option from the Allow drop-down menu. Next, in the source field, type the following formula, equals if $k $10 equals $1 D $11 L $11 if $k $10 equals $2 D $12 L $12. Here's how it works. If the value in cell K10 equals 1, the drop-down menu will display the range D11 to L11, roll numbers of class 1. If the value in cell K10 equals 2, the drop-down menu will display the range D12 to L12, roll numbers of class 2. Once you type the formula, click OK to apply the settings. Now, the drop-down menu in cell C12 is ready. Let me show you how it works. Currently, the value in cell K10 is 1, which means we want to see the roll numbers of class 1 students. By clicking the drop-down menu in cell C12, we can see the numbers 1 to 9. Now, I will change the value in cell K10 from 1 to 2, indicating that we want to see the roll numbers of class 2 students. Once again, clicking the drop-down menu in cell C12 now displays the numbers 10 to 18. This is the beauty of this dynamic drop-down menu. This type of drop-down menu is particularly useful when your list of options is very long. However, if your setup requires a large number of if functions, this method might not be the best choice for you. In the next part of this video, I will introduce another approach using the Excel functions index, which will help eliminate the excessive use of the if function. Stay tuned. In this demonstration, we will create an interchangeable drop-down menu for multiple rows of cells by changing the reference in a cell. This is the penultimate step toward creating a dynamic drop-down menu. Here, I will use the Excel index function. In this dashboard, you can see the numbers 1 to 9 displayed in the cells from D15 to L15. The numbers 10 to 18 in the cells from D16 to L16, and the numbers 19 to 27 in the cells from D17 to L17. Let's assume these represent the roll numbers of students in Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3, respectively. We are going to create a dynamic drop-down menu in cell C17. Additionally, you can see a drop-down menu in cell C16, which allows us to switch between Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. This drop-down acts as our first reference, while the second reference is the range D15 to L17. Steps to create the drop-down menu. Click on the Data tab in the ribbon and select Data Validation from the options. A dialog box will appear. In the dialog box, choose the List option from the Allow drop-down menu. Next, in the source field, type the following formula, equals index, $D $15 L $17, $C $16, 0. Here's how this formula works. If the value in cell C16 is 1, Class 1, the drop-down menu will display the range D15 L15, roll numbers of Class 1. If the value in cell C16 is 2, Class 2, the drop-down menu will display the range D16 L16, roll numbers of Class 2. If the value in cell C16 is 3, Class 3, the drop-down menu will display the range D17 L17, roll numbers of Class 3. Once you have typed the formula, click OK to apply the settings. Now, the drop-down menu in cell C17 is ready. Demonstration of the drop-down menu. Let me show you how it works. Step 1. Currently, the value in cell C16 is 1, class 1, so the drop-down menu in cell C17 displays the roll numbers 1 to 9. Step 2. I will change the value in cell C16 to 2, class 2, and now the drop-down menu in cell C17 displays the roll numbers 10 to 18. Step 3. I will change the value in cell C16 to 3, class 3, and now the drop-down menu in cell C17 displays the roll numbers 19 to 27. This dynamic drop-down menu is a powerful tool for managing data efficiently. Why use index instead of if? This type of drop-down menu is especially useful when your list of options is long or when creating a setup that would otherwise require a large number of if functions. By using index, we eliminate the excessive complexity of multiple if statements, making this method the ideal choice for dynamic data management. So there you have it. We've delved into the world of drop-down menus. By mastering these tools, you can automate tasks, make data-driven decisions, and elevate your Excel skills to new heights. Remember, practice is key. Experiment with these data validation option of the Excel, try different combinations, and don't hesitate to tackle complex problems. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in your Excel abilities. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more Excel tips and tricks. Also, feel free to leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions. Let's supercharge your Excel skills together.